All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. How was the night? I believe you had a good night and your night was perfect. Okay, so today we'll be doing some live analysis on the synthetic market, and probably I'll be looking out for outlook that will be trading for the week. For the past few days, I've not really been active, and then uh, we are going to be active henceforth, and then we'll see what you can do from here. And if this is your first time of joining our live session, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and then don't forget to comment in the comment section if you're having any question or any delay or any misunderstanding. So I will be able to answer. Okay. So first of all, I'll be sharing my screen and also show you uh, a few things that we are going to be learning today. All right. So I'm going to be showing you my outlook for the day, whatever you understand, and then we are going to take it from there. Right, so I'll be sharing my screen right now and then do some analysis with you. Oh, all right. So let's get started immediately. All right, get started immediately. So first of all, we have about 14 bets that we analyze every day. Okay, and I'm going to be looking for outlook on all of them. Okay, wherever we see our trade today, we'll definitely be taking it. And if there's setup, we work with it. If there's no setup, you'll be on the outlook. All right. So this is what we are going to be doing. All right. First, before I proceed with the live analysis, today I'm going to be talking more about top-down analysis and then uh, point of interest. So basically, the system we trade is called the advanced market structure, whereby we trade mostly the structure and liquidity. And then before we do that, we always look up where price is coming from and then where price is going to. And from there, we'll flow with the trend. That is basically what we do every day. Okay, so we don't complicate the system, we make it as simple as it's going to be so that people that are coming, so that it will be more easy for you to understand. All right, so knowing where the price is coming from and where it's going to is the most important thing. So first of all, the system is we have a sweep of price giving you a series of higher high, higher low. Take for example, you want to buy. Okay, now let me take this out. You want to buy, and then you are seeing this move higher high, higher low. Okay, now once price gives you a structure like this high here becomes our what liquidity, and it need to be sweep out. So we have this move to the upside. That means this high here has been sweep out, and then we have price retrace to take out this low to give us what first break of structure. So this is what we have in the long run, and then we have price give us what a 50% retracement inside this zone. Okay, our price has given us that we want price to break this structure again. Remember, the advanced market structure, there are 5 rules that guide the advanced market structure. And now price take out this low to give us a second break of structure, and price will need to take out this liquidity again. Remember, liquidity is what moves the market. So once price take out the liquidity, market to be able to move. Okay, so this is what we have now. As price take out this uh, liquidity, price will continue to move to the opposite direction. So we'll have this taking out tap into the point of interest around here, and then price will continue to sell to the opposite direction. So this is basically what we do. So the first rule that guide the advanced market structure is there must be a sweep of liquidity, which it is liquidity. All right, there must be a sweep of liquidity, which is this liquidity. Number two, there must be a break of structure to the opposite direction, which is this. All right. And the rule number three is there must be a 50% retracement, which is this 50% retracement. This is also known as structural liquidity, which is used for what? Continuation. This liquidity is used for about uh, transactional liquidity is used for what? This transactional liquidity is used for uh, correction, while this is used for what? Continuation. And then we have our protected high. Excuse me. Then we have our what? Protected high right here, right? And this becomes what? Our sweep of our second break of structure, which is rule number 4. And rule number 5 is price will tap into the point of interest, take it out, and continue to the opposite direction. So this is what we trade every single day. Alright. So apart from that, there's something we need to do. So this will become the what starting point, and this low right here becomes what the finish point. Okay, this is the starting point, and this is the finish point. Okay, now what is the next thing for us to do? This is when you're doing top down analysis on the higher time frame. Okay, you must see a sweep of liquidity, break of structure, structural liquidity, and price need to take out liquidity so that you can begin to follow the trend. Okay, take for example, you are analyzing a trade on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, and then price take out this structural liquidity. Okay, now you know that this is going to be your starting point, and this low here is going to be your what? Your finish point. All right. Now, once you've got to that finish point, once you've gotten that finish point, once you've gotten that finish point, the next thing for you to do now is to start flowing with the trend. Okay. So basically, this is what I will do. If I'm so this is what I will do. Now, once price take out this high here, the next thing for us to do is to wait for our what? Our continuation, which is going to be this. Reason. Wait for our continuation setup to form like this. Okay. Take for example, this is the what? Space. Let me take it down a little bit. If this is the 4-hour time frame or the 2-hour time frame, okay, we always wait for a continuation setup to form in this way so that we can then start taking the trade to its target. Okay. Now you can hold this trade on this 1-hour continuation to this point. If it is on the 24-hour time frame, then you can decide to hold it to the full target. So this is how the system works. It's as simple as this. Okay, so take for example, once you are holding this now and you decide to close at this point, now the next time you are going to enter this trade is when price gives you the structure again on the higher time frame, and then you look out for this continuation. Okay, so now let's move on to the. So that is how you do top-down analysis. From the higher time frame, you go to the lower time frame for your look for your entry, and then you ride it to the final target. All right. So this is how it's actually going to be like. Because let me take this out first. You have this. You already have this a sweep here. Remember, this is the continuation that we are looking for. You have a sweep here. You have a structural liquidity here. And what you have what? A protected high right here. So this then becomes what? Another your second point of interest. This is where the real move will start from, right? And then you have what? A So once price tap into your point of interest, you look for your continuation and then your confirmation entry, and then you ride along with it. Okay. and you ride along. That is basically how you make more money trading this system. Okay, it's all about being patient. Okay, so this is it. This is what we look out for every single time. So now I'm going to be taking this out. You can always watch this video and then you get more insight on it. So the first of all, the first one we are going to be starting with today is V10S. Let's see on the higher time frame, what is V10S trying to say? What is it giving us? Okay, on the weekly time frame, V10S is bullish. Okay, it's bullish and it is yet to smash the targets. What do we do? What time frame are we going to go to next? Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. If you are going to see where everything is coming from and where is going to next. So clearly you can see that we have what? A sweep of liquidity here. We have what? Our protected low right here. And then we have what? Structural liquidity. Now remember we need to have two break. This is our break, first break, and what? This is our what? Second break here, right here. And this was because what? Point of what? Interest. So this is what we're anticipating on V10S. So what we do now, we're waiting for V10S to tap into this zone. Let me take this out. So once V10S come back into this zone, this is what we anticipate. Anticipate a move like this, and then we'll buy to the upside. So this is what we anticipate on V10S. Once it tap into this zone, we anticipate this move, and then look out for our confirmation entry on the lower time frame and price skyrocket to the upside. So this is what we have on V10S. Okay, on V10S, this is what we have. We're anticipating this buy on what? V10S on the what? 24 on the 4 hour time frame. So the next pair we are going to be checking out is what? V10. Now, at this point, I'm not going to be sharing my outlook in the community. All right. The reason is whenever price come to point of interest, I can always say buy at social point, sell at social point. So that is how it's going to be henceforth. Okay, so that you all will be able to follow me in the community. So if you are here to join the community, the link to join the community is in the description of this video. You can always look out for it and then be part of us. Now, the next thing for us to do is VTNS. VTNS on the 24-hour time frame is bearish, or the 4 hour time frame is bearish, and it hasn't given us a clear direction of where it's coming from. And then we have this on the what? On VTNS. Okay, on the 2 hour time frame. Clearly you can see we have a sweep of liquidity sitting right here. We have what? A structural liquidity sitting right here too. And this is what? Our protected high here. Remember, this is our protected high. And then what else do we have? And then we have what? This becomes what? Our point of interest. This one becomes what? Point of interest. And then this, remember, it has started the move. This is the starting point, right? And this here is a finish point. This is our finish point. So this is our starting point, and this is our finish point. So what is price trying to do? Price is going to move up. It's going to sell all the way down to this side. This simply means this is what it's doing right now. It has given us this, giving us this. It's trying to give us this. So once it break this structure, you need to come back to this zone. Tap into the Tap into our zone where we will look for our confirmation entry and then we will sell it to the downside. So this is what we have on V10 on V10 rather. This is what we have on V10. Okay, so we're anticipating this move. Okay, we're anticipating this move. So add it to your watch list because it's going to really sell. Right. The next on our list is what is, let's check it out real quick. Remember we have two outlook right now. Next is V15 index. V15 index. Okay, so this is what we have on V15 index. On the 24-hour time frame, where is price coming from and where is it going to? In the 24-hour time frame, we don't have anywhere price is coming from. On the 4-hour time frame, we do not have, we still don't have where price is coming from on the 4-hour time frame. All right, then we'll go to the 2-hour time frame. Let's check if we see anything there. The 2-hour time frame, we still don't have where price is coming from. So what do we do? But this is what I'm anticipating on V15 for the longest, right? There is a sell structure here. The price has not yet tapped into it. If you look closely, we have a sweep of liquidity here, and we have what a structural liquidity here. This is our protected high right here, and then we have what first break of structure, and we have another what second break of what we have another second break of structure, which is here. And then this zone becomes what our point of interest. Okay, so what do? We are anticipating price to tap into this zone and then sell to the opposite direction. So once we tap into it, it gives us our what continuation entry, which is this is what we anticipate when we tap into it. Right, we anticipate this move, this to come back here and then sell to the downside. So this is what we are anticipating. Remember, top down analysis, looking for where price is coming from the higher time frame and then where it's going to. So once price come here, we don't just jump into the trade. It will give us this and then before we sell. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeeze. So this is what we're anticipating. All right, so this is what we have on V15 index. Okay, the thing is, whenever when the price is coming close to point of interest, I will send it to the community. So if you need to join the community, it's in the description of this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you are getting values from this live analysis. All right. So the next pair we are going to be checking after V15 index is what V25. The V25 is bullish on the weekly time frame. Sorry, it's bearish on the weekly time frame and then bearish on the 24-hour time frame. But we have not gotten a very good continuation entry. So we'll be on the lookout. We'll be on the lookout on V25. So currently I can't say anything about V25. Right now we don't have a continuation yet. And the next pair on our list is what V25 1S. What do we have on V25 1S? Starting from the 4-hour time frame, you can see clearly because it's bullish on the 24-hour. In the 24-hour, we have this buy, okay, which has already smashed the target, which is here, and then we have a continuation right here on the 2-hour time frame. So if you go to the 2-hour time frame on V25 index, V25 one index, you know that we have, you see clearly that we have what a sweep of liquidity right here, all right, and then we have what a structural liquidity here, and we have what our protected low, which is right here, okay. Then we have what a first break of structure, and then second break of structure, which is here, okay. So this one becomes what our what point of interest. This is our point of interest. So what's the next thing for us to do? It's for us to wait for price to come into this zone, give us this, and then voila to the upside. So this is what we're anticipating on V25 one index. So we hope it gives us this move and then we'll probably make some bounce from it. So this is what we're anticipating on what? V25 one index. Alright, so this is what we have on it. So the next we are going to be checking is what? V31S. What do we have on V31S? Okay, on V31S, Starting from the 24-hour time frame, remember V31s has been bearish for the longest, has been bearish. So this is what we have. We have a sweep of liquidity, which is right here, and then we have what structural liquidity here, and what we have a protected high here. So this is our starting point on V31s, and this right here is the finish point. This is our finish point. Okay, so price is expected to sell all the way from here to the downside. All right, so we'll go to the 4-hour time frame. If we have any continuation, so there's nothing here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame. There's nothing on the 2-hour. So what's the next time frame we're going to check? Let's check the 1-hour time frame. Okay, what can you see? Nothing more important here right now. So we are not going to be focusing any trade. Once we don't see what we are looking for, we'll move on to the next. All right, so there is nothing here currently. So the next we are going to be checking the next pair, which is what V51s. On V51s on the 24-hour time frame, what do we have? Price just matched TP on the daily time frame structure here. So we'll go to the 4-hour time frame and check if there's anything there we can see again. Without seeing anything on the 4-hour time frame, let's go to the 2-hour time frame. The 2-hour time frame, what do we have? Okay, clearly you can see we have a sweep of liquidity, which is here, and we have what structural liquidity here, and we have a protected low. So this way is our first break of structure, and here is what second break of structure. And this is what our point of interest. So we anticipate the price to come into this zone, give us our continuation entry, and then we'll buy to the upside. So this is what we have on V51. I believe you all are understanding. Okay. And the next pair we are going to be checking out is what V50. What do you have on V50? I have a setup on V50 that I've been anticipating. Let's check how it's going. Let's check how it's going. Okay, V50 on the 24-hour time frame. What do we have on 24-hour time frame? On the 24-hour time frame, V50 just smashed the target. On the 4-hour time frame, do we have a continuation on the 4-hour time frame? We don't really have anything on the 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the 2-hour time frame. The recent POI on the 2-hour time frame is what we are going to be working with. Okay. So on the 2-hour time frame, what do we have? So this is what we have on the 2-hour time frame. First of all, we have what? Our sweep of liquidity here. Then we have structural liquidity, which is right here. And this is what our protected high. Okay. Our price tap into this zone. All right. It has given us. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame and look for our continuation entry. So once price has tapped into this zone, okay, and then it has given us what our sweep. So this becomes what our sweep as the continuation. So we have this as our sweep. We have this as our what, structural liquidity. We have this protected high right here, and this becomes what our point of interest. So we are now anticipating price to come into this zone, give confirmation, and then sell to the downside. So once price come into this zone, once you give the confirmation I'm anticipating, we will then sell to the downside. So you be on the lookout, stay active, and I'll update you all. All right. So this is what we have on V51s. So the next pair we are going to be checking is what? That is the next pair we are going to be checking. The next pair we'll be checking is V75 one index. V75 one index. So what do we have on V75 one index? Starting from the 24-hour time frame, we have this move. The 24-hour time frame, nothing to show. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We have, let me switch to the 2-hour time frame so we can see clearly. So on the 2-hour time frame, we have this what? This move right here. We have this as our sweep of liquidity. And then we have this protected high. And this becomes what? Our sweep, our structural liquidity. Let's need to take it out and give us what? Continuation. So if you go to the 1-hour time frame, you will discover you have a protected high here, right? We have a structural liquidity here. So this is what we have on as our continuation entry. We have this, and then we have a protected high right here. So this becomes what? Our what? Point of interest. So we anticipate price to do all of this move, right? Do all of this move. Come into this zone, give confirmation, and then sell to the downside. So this is what we're anticipating on what? V75 one index. So probably it's going to come back to the zone and do that, and then we'll take our sell. Alright. So that is it. That is what we're anticipating on V75 one index. So the next pair, so this is another setup that we are anticipating, V50 and then V75 one index. So the next pair we'll be checking now is what? V70, no, V75. Just analyze V75 together and let's see. So we'll go to V75 on the 12-hour time frame. What do we have? Nothing. Go to the 4-hour time frame. What do we have on the 4-hour time frame? You can see we have a sweep of liquidity, which is right here. Okay. And then we have a protected high, which is here. And we have what? A structural liquidity, which is right here. Right. So this becomes our first break of structure, and this becomes second break of what? Structure. And then this is our what? Point of interest. So we anticipate price to tap into this zone, give us our continuation. Once price tap into this zone, come back into this zone, give us our continuation like this, could be like this, and then we'll sell to the downside. So this is what we're anticipating on what? On V7500. Once it's come back, tap into this zone. Once you tap into this zone, once you come back and then tap into this zone, you anticipate this move to the downside on V75 on the 4-hour. So the next pair we are going to be checking is what? V91s. What do we have on V91s? V91S is bullish on the 24-hour, is bearish on the 24-hour time frame, bearish on the 4-hour time frame. But currently, we don't have a continuation setup for V91S. So be on the lookout. There's nothing on V91S at the moment. So the next pair we'll be checking after V91S is what? V100S. V100S is bearish on what? On the 24-hour time, on the weekly time frame. On the 4-hour time frame is bearish. Let's check the 2-hour time frame. Let's see if we are going to have a continuation from that zone. So you can see clearly that on V100S on the 12-hour time frame we have what? A sweep of liquidity here, right? And then we have what? A structural liquidity which is right here. And this becomes what? Our protected high, which is right here. Alright. Now after this we have our what? Point of interest. This becomes our point of interest. Then the next thing for us is waiting for price to come back, tap into this zone, give us our continuation entry, and then we'll sell to the downside. So this is what we're anticipating on what? On V101 index. Alright. This is what we're anticipating on V101 index. So you see that it's quite simple. So this is the POI, the point of interest we're anticipating. Right, because it's bearish on the weekly time frame, this becomes our continuation. So when price come here, give us a continuation entry, we'll sell to the downside. So the next pair we'll be checking on is what? V100. So on V100 on the 24-hour time frame, V100 is bearish on the 24-hour time frame. Right, price is coming from a zone around here. So we have this zone where price is coming from. Price tap into the 24-hour time frame zone, and it has been selling since then. So now let's go to the 2-hour time frame. We'll find the continuation. You see any continuation on the 2-hour time frame? All right, you see on the 2-hour time frame, we don't really see any continuation currently. Remember, we only have a weekly 24-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, 2-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, and then the 30 minutes time frame. So on the 2-hour time frame, we don't have a continuation yet. So we go to the 1-hour time frame if you are going to find any continuation. All right, on the 1-hour time frame, we don't see clear continuation here, so we don't have to force any setup. So we'll then go to the 30 minutes time frame. That is the last time frame we go to. Okay, now on the 30 minutes time frame, you can clearly see we have what? A sweep of liquidity based on the advanced market structure. We have what? A sweep of liquidity right here. All right, and then we have what is our structural liquidity. This is the transactional liquidity. This is the structural liquidity. This liquidity is used for what? Continuation. This liquidity is used for what? Sorry, this liquidity is called structural liquidity used for what? Correction. Okay. Why this is called transaction structural liquidity is used for what? Continuation. That is why price will need to take it out and then continue to the opposite direction. Now this is our protected high. Remember, on the rules of the advanced market structure, we'll have what? Two break of structure. Okay, this is break of structure number one for the first sweep of liquidity. This is break of structure number two. Okay, and this zone becomes what? Our point of what? Interest. Now what we are anticipating is we are anticipating that price should come into this zone because based on top down analysis, we know that we're already bearish on the 24-hour time frame, and then we'll go to the lower time frame like 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes to look for what? Continuation. So once price, so now that we have a POI on the 30 minutes time frame, we anticipate price to tap into this zone. All right, give us our continuation entry, which is going to be like this way, and then price will need to tap into this zone again. This is a POI on the 15 minutes time frame, and then we'll sell to the downside. Okay, so you can hold this trade from all the way here to this place here. So this will actually give you a easy 1 to 10, 1 to 8, 1 to 15 reach to reward. Okay, so now the reason why this is here now, this becomes your new sweep of liquidity. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this out. This becomes your new sweep of liquidity for the continuation sweep of liquidity, and then this becomes your what? New structural liquidity. This becomes your what? New protected low. Now this is the place you take your trade from. This becomes your POI, and then once price return back into this zone, you'll be able to take your entry here. So with as little as $10, $20, $15, $30. And easily change your $20 to $200, $20 to $500 using this. So you sell and then hold the trade to the downside. So you can actually hold it here. So this is how the system works basically. So if you pay close attention and then you watch my previous video, you are going to be uh, getting more insight on this. So if you are joining this live session for the first time, do well to like, do well to subscribe, and do well to ask questions in the comment section if you are having any on if you don't understand anything I say. Okay, and then the link to join our Telegram is in the description of this video. Do well to join because that's where I'll be posting outlook for the day every day, and you don't miss out on important update. So the next page we are going to check is what remember we've done V10s, V10, V15, V25, V25 1s, V30, V50 1s. So now we are going to step index. Let's go to step index starting from step 100. Alright, so starting from step 100, let's see what we have on step 100. On the 24-hour time frame, step 100 is what is bearish. Step 100 is bearish, but we don't have a clear continuation of where price is coming from and where price is going to. So we go to the 4-hour time frame. We'll switch to the 4-hour time frame and let's check if there is anything that we can work with. On the 4-hour time frame, we don't have anything to. On the 2-hour time frame, let's check if we see a continuation setup on the 2-hour time frame. Currently, we don't have anything on the 2-hour time frame. There are continuation setup above, but I want to work with the current point of interest. So clearly, you can see that we have what a sweep of liquidity on the 1-hour time frame, which is here. Sweep of liquidity, alright, and then we have what structural liquidity here. Another one we have what our point of our protected high. So remember, this is our first break of structure. This is A plus setup, and this is what our second break of structure, right? And this is what our point of interest. So what is the next move for us? We're anticipating price to come into this zone, give us our continuation, and then we sell to the downside. So this is what we anticipate on what V100 step 100. Right, so this is what we have on step 100. Now the next step we are going to be checking is what step 200. So the next step we are checking is step 200. Step 200 has been bearish on the 24-hour time frame. Step 200 has been bearish for the longest. So we don't really have any continuation right now on step 200 unless so currently we don't have a trend on step 200 unless this sell from this zone that it has been respecting, but we didn't follow the trend from this point, so we really miss out on a big sell on step 200, but it's all part of the game. So we'll look out for more continuation if you see, because from the weekly time frame is bearish, so this look like a retracement. It's still going to start buying to the upside. Now let's check the next pair, which is what step 300. What do we have on step 300? Step 300 is bullish on the weekly time frame. So on the 2-hour time frame, we have a setup on step 200. On the 2-hour time frame, we can't see anything clearly. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame and let's check if you see a continuation. So clearly you see we have what a sweep of liquidity, which is right here, and then we have what a total low, which is right here, and then we have what structural liquidity. So this is our what point of interest. So what do you anticipate? You anticipate price to come into this zone, alright? Come into this zone, give us our continuation setup, and then buy to the upside. So this is what we're anticipating on what step 300. Alright. So the next pair on our list is what step 400. What do you have on step 400? Step 400 has been bullish. Okay. on the 24 hour, the 4 hour, and all the time frame. So let's see if we have anything to work with on step 400. So this is the 24-hour time frame. So go to the 4 hour time frame. Let's check if we see anything. In the 4 hour time frame, we still don't have anything. On the 12 hour time frame, what do we have? We still don't have clearly anything right now. So wait for price to come back. All right, and then we'll see another markup. So this is what we have. So on the step 400, there's nothing on step 400. So let's go to what step 500, which is the last. Remember, at this point, we're analyzing only uh, the volatility and the step index market. So we are not dealing with boom and crash and jump at the moment. So on step 500, on the 24-hour time frame, we have a sweep of liquidity right here. Price has been bearish on the 24-hour time frame on step 500. We have a sweep of liquidity, we have a protected high, and then we have what a break of structural liquidity. This is what our point. The whole of these points are point of interest. So this is the starting point, and then this is the finish point. All right. So price is almost close to the finish point. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame. If we see a continuation from here, right, so let me take it. Let me take this out. The 4 hour time frame, we don't see anything. On the 2 hour time frame, let's check if we'll see something tangible on the 2 hour time frame. So on the 2 hour time frame, look at what we have here. We have a sweep of liquidity here, right? And then we have a structural liquidity here. And this is our what protected high. So we have this structural liquidity break of structure, and we have a second break of structure. So this is our point of interest. So what do you anticipate? You anticipate price to come into this zone and give us our continuation, so we can sell to the downside. So this is what we have on step 500. Okay, so basically what the outlook we have, I'll be calling them out in the community. Once it comes into our point of interest and give us what we are looking for, then we'll be able to start selling from that point. Okay, so if you got value from this class, if you're watching this on replay, do well to like, do well to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification button, because every day on this channel I'll be trying to go live and then show you outlook on step indices, on volatility indices, synthetic indices. And if you want to register, the link to register using the best broker, which is Deriv, is in the description of this video. Register funds so that we can trade together. So today we've got to the end of today live analysis, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time tomorrow. So I'm going to basically adjust the time that will suit all of us, so that we don't have to, nobody have to miss the section. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time tomorrow, or 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. All right. So have a good day and be on the lookout. Stay active in the Telegram community. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. See you tomorrow.